Hi everyone, this is Dr. Nitin Chhoda. Thank you so much for being a viewer. Thank you so much for being a subscriber. Now, in a previous video today, I outlined what would need to happen for us to get a second stimulus check by Christmas. Now, I started getting a lot of feedback to that video asking, hey, what are the actual dates by which stimulus would need to be approved for us to actually get a second stimulus check before Christmas or even before New Year's? Well, as it turns out, there are certain specific dates by which things need to happen in order for us to actually get stimulus, because I want my viewers and subscribers to understand that once the two sides reach an agreement, then at that point the House has to vote on it, the Senate needs to vote on it, then it needs to be signed into law by the President, and then the US Treasury Secretary actually needs to send out the money. So with that being said, let's do a little bit of let's dig deeper into specific dates by which Congress must take action, and then what needs to happen in order for you to get money by Christmas time, by New Year's Eve. Now, all of this is speculation based on what could potentially happen, because no one can predict the future. But I do want to give a timeline to our viewers and subscribers, because I know that while the president is contesting the election, while Joe Biden is trying to set up his transition team, while House Speaker Pelosi and the Democrats want the 2.2 trillion and the Senate Republicans want to stick to 600 billion. We have fundamental needs. We have to put food on the table. We need to keep the lights on. We need to be able to pay the rent. So these are the things that matter to us. So let's just jump right in. So the big question is, if Congress does indeed come to an agreement, let's say if House Speaker Nancy Pelosi does come to an agreement with Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell, is there enough time for the IRS, for the Treasury to actually send out money? Can money actually reach us by the holidays? So let's understand something, that just like the first CARES Act, once a second stimulus package does indeed happen, there could be some individuals who don't get any money at all because they don't qualify. Maybe they were not in the system, maybe they made too much money. There will be some individuals who don't qualify. Also, with the first stimulus check, some individuals got their money first and others had to wait a longer time to get money. Also, individuals who had their direct deposit information, meaning their bank account number, their routing number on file with the IRS, they were the individuals that got their money first. So it is safe to assume that with the second stimulus check, there'll be some individuals who get money, others who don't get money. There'll be some who get money first, others who have to wait to get money down the road. Now, before I proceed, I do want to highlight one comment that the US Treasury Secretary Steven Mnuchin made back in August. He said something, and I'm going to quote him. He said, I can get out 50 million payments really quickly, a lot of it into people's direct accounts. That's what he said. Keep in mind, the US Treasury Secretary Steven Mnuchin was a lead negotiator in the stimulus negotiations with the Democrats, with House Speaker Nancy Pelosi. But as we know, unfortunately, those discussions didn't go anywhere. But now he said that 50 million individuals can get their payments very quickly once a deal is actually struck. So let's take a look at this chart that was provided by CNET. We'll provide you with the link to the CNET article in the description section below, so you can definitely check that out for yourself. There are 4 scenarios that are highlighted in this table that you'll see on your screen. Let's just jump through these scenarios right now. In scenario 1, the House passes a final bill on December 4th. Now keep in mind, this is something that is likely to happen because the House is expected to be in session next week when they return after the Thanksgiving holiday, and they're expected to be available through next weekend. So scenario 1 is indeed possible. So if the House passes the final bill December 4th, the Senate could pass the final bill December 5th, the president could sign the very next day, December 6th, and then the first direct payments could be issued as early as the week of December 21st. So this could indeed happen, but I just want to set expectations for our viewers and subscribers that this is not going to be a 1.9 or a 2.2 trillion dollar bill. I would say that that's pretty much not going to happen, because the Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell is not going to let that happen. That is why, December 5th, that's not going to happen if it's a large bill. If it's a smaller bill, let's say the Democrats try and push through something smaller in the hopes of doing more after President-elect Joe Biden is inaugurated on January 20th, after potentially, if the Democrats win the 2 Georgia Senate runoff races on January 5th. That is another possibility. But let's get back to scenario 1. The first paper checks could be sent out the week of January 4th, and the first economic impact payment cards, these are the actual debit cards, could be sent out the week of February 1st. Now, this is the best case scenario at the time I'm recording this video, right after Thanksgiving. Now, I do want our viewers and subscribers to understand that this is the best case scenario right now. I don't think it's going to get any faster than this. I just want to set realistic expectations. When you watch other YouTube videos, stimulus check approved, it doesn't really mean anything until the money reaches your hands, right? Because at the end of the day, the money has to reach your hands. This is the most realistic timeline that I can give you. I give you the truth. I wish I could make sure that the stimulus check entered your hands tomorrow, but I'm a citizen journalist. I'm trying to give you actual news, real news that affects your finances. So I just want our viewers and subscribers to plan accordingly. Now let's take a look at scenario 2. In scenario 2, after the inauguration of President-elect Joe Biden, assuming that there are no legal challenges, assuming there's no Supreme Court involvement to overturn the results of the election between now and then, the earliest the House could pass a final bill could be the 1st of February. We're talking after the inauguration. So this is scenario 2. The 1st of February is when the House passes a bill. The next day the Senate passes a bill. By the way, this is assuming the Senate does do it in a day. The Senate could take longer, and so could the House, by the way. But these are, we're trying to compress the timelines here. On the 3rd of February, the President at that time signs the bill into law, and then on the 8th of February, about 4 to 5 days later, all the money starts getting issued, all the money starts getting sent out. Keep in mind that let's go back to scenario 1 for a second. Keep in mind that in scenario 1, there is going to be a bit of a delay because of the Christmas holiday, because individuals are not available on Christmas, which is why I'm expecting a more compressed timeline in the month of February. So February 8th, let's say the money starts getting sent out by direct deposits. The week of February 16th is when the first paper checks go out, and then the week of March 15th is when the first economic impact payments, those debit cards, go out. So that's scenario 2. Now scenario 3, let's assume this whole stimulus gridlock continues. And by the way, if the Senate Republicans win Georgia and we have a Senate majority, in other words, we have Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell, then there is a possibility that this thing could drag out just as it's dragged out over the past 3 or 4 months. So now let's take a look at scenario 3. You're looking at the 1st of March when the House passes a final bill. Then you're looking at the 2nd of March when the Senate passes the same bill, and the 3rd of March when the President signs it. Then the week of the 8th of March is when the first direct deposit payments can be issued. The week of March 15th is when the first paper checks can go out, and then the week of April 12th, because it does take a while after the paper checks have gone out for the debit cards to go out. In other words, those individuals are waiting last in line. And finally, let's take a look at scenario 4. I really hope that doesn't happen, but this video was intended to give you all timelines. So in scenario 4, the dates are the 5th, 6th and 7th of April. Money starts going out the 12th, 19th of April, and then the 10th of May. Now, in case you're wondering, hey, why is it that the IRS does not start sending out money immediately? Well, first of all, the IRS does not have everyone's bank account information, so they can't really just do a direct deposit for everyone immediately. Keep in mind that in the summer, the IRS had sent out payment to at least 160 million Americans in 3 different ways, starting with a direct deposit, as you can expect, because that's the easiest and the fastest way. Some people with more complicated situations, some people who had to file additional paperwork, or some people who didn't have their direct deposit information to give to the IRS, they had to wait for paper checks in the mail, and they had to wait for catch-up payments and paper checks. And after that, individuals had to wait for the debit cards of the economic impact payments. So that's it, everybody. That's the timeline of when you can expect to get the money. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. What do you think is the most likely? Is it scenario 1, 2, 3, or 4? Let's put the chart back on your screen right now so you can see all the 4 scenarios again. Scenario 1, hopefully this is the scenario that happens. Scenario 1 requires that the House and the Senate come to an agreement by December 5th. Scenario 2 requires that the House and the Senate come to an agreement by the 2nd of February, post-inauguration. Scenario 3 requires that Congress, meaning the House and the Senate, come close to an agreement and have a consensus by the 2nd of March. And scenario 4 pushes us all the way out into the 2nd quarter of next year, the 6th of April. I don't think any of us can wait that long. In fact, I would go so far as to say that many of us can't even wait as long as scenario 1 to happen, because this should have happened already. Again, we have to put food on the table. We have to keep the lights on. We have to pay rent. It's just unbelievable that Congress is making us wait so long. I created this video because I wanted to give our viewers and subscribers a definite sense, a concrete sense of where things stand and how long you may have to wait, given the current state of affairs, given the political gridlock, given the philosophical gridlock, and given all the egos that exist in Washington, D.C. on both sides. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. We'll provide you with the link to all of our resources in the description section below. That's it, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. If you learned something new from this video, please consider clicking the like button. Please gently ignite that subscribe button and gently ignite that notification button. The name of our channel is Ignition Time. My name is Dr. Nitin Chhoda. If you don't know anything about me, please check out my video. You'll learn more about who I am, what my journey has been like, and why you should listen to me. We release videos at 2 p.m. East Coast time most days of the week. That's 2 p.m. Get your cell phone out, send a text message with the word ignition or with the word time to 70,000. That's 70000. You'll get added to our SMS alerts list. You can opt out at any time. Now, if you want, you can get added to our email list. Simply go to ignitiontime.com/alerts. That's ignitiontime.com/alerts. You can get added to our email list. You can opt out of the SMS list or the email list at any point in time that you want. No worries about that. You can follow us on Instagram. Our Instagram handle is ignition_time. That's ignition_time. You can also follow us on Twitter. Our Twitter handle is also ignition_time. That's ignition_time. So make sure you follow us on Twitter for breaking news and alerts. Speaking of alerts, sometimes YouTube does not always send out the alerts on time when we release new videos. There's a simple solution. All you have to do is simply bookmark youtube.com/ignition time. That's youtube.com/ignition time. And you can visit the homepage of our channel and you can watch our videos at any point in time that you want. I encourage you to comment below, engage with our community. Our community is growing. It's very respectful. It's very intelligent. It's very bipartisan. For us, it's not about the red or the blue. It's about the red, white, and blue. We are not Democrats. We are not Republicans. We are Americans first. So I want our viewers and subscribers to know that that is the unique part of our community. Now, you'll always find the links to all of our resources always in the description section below, so you can dig deeper into any of our sources on your own. Also, please share this video with friends and family if you learn something new. This way, others can also get access to the right kind of information. We don't believe in information that is too conservative or too liberal. We want to provide information that is fair, objective, and balanced as much as possible in this imbalanced world that we live in. Finally, if you learned something new from this video, please click like, please subscribe, please enable notifications. And also, I would really appreciate it if you tell your friends and family about this channel. Thank you so much for watching. I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next episode of Ignition Time. Take care. Bye.